couldn't have picked a better week to travel. The temperatures were in the 70s and 80s the entire week, except when I was riding on the desert floor when the temps would get into the high 90s. It is as you see it, and as it was for the entire week. I never got a drop of rain. Absolutely beautiful. The motorcycle I'm riding this week is a 2023 Indian Challenger, courtesy of Brandamp, Indian Motorcycles public relations firm. Many thanks to them for a great week on a great bike. Heading southeast through Utah towards the Colorado border, the road elevated as the topography went from the dry oranges and yellows of the high desert and increasingly green and forested throughout the day. From what I've read, the Million Dollar Highway got its name because of all the gold and silver mining that was done in this area in the late 1800s. Apparently, much of the foundation for the road is made from rock taken from gold and silver mines. What an idyllic little mountain town.
Gave the sheriff one big glass. Now Josie runs the town at last.
While there are quite a few sections of the $1 Million Highway that have no guardrails and steep drop-offs, the road is wide and well paved, and I never felt uncomfortable. And after all, you don't have guardrails to block the spectacular views.
It's happened doesn't mean you've been discarded. Look your head off the floor, come up screaming, right after everything you ever might have wanted. Fuck the pain and truth of things that really matter, but you can't stay here when every single hope has been shattered. Flowers in the desert, but I can live and breathe and see the sun in winter time. In a big country dream to stay with you, like a lover's voice flies the mountainside. Stay alive. In a big country dream to stay with you, like a lover's voice flies the mountainside.
Being the July 4th holiday week, I was kind of surprised to see very little traffic on the road. I expected to be passing RVs all week. It was actually quite a nice surprise. Pretty much smooth sailing all the way. Thank you. Man, you gotta have some skills to drive a truck like that on a road like this. The switchbacks and S-curves elevate this road from about 7,800 feet at Ouray to over 11,000 at its highest point. Not only amazing to look at, but amazing to ride. Ladies and gentlemen, please return your switchbacks and twisties to their upright and locked position. Another amazing thing about riding this road is that you can look at the same mountaintop for an hour and you never seem to get any closer. Silverton, Colorado. 9,000 feet up. Wow. $50 to Durango. Technically, the $1 million portion of Highway 550 ends at Silverton, but the entire highway, all the way to Durango, is absolutely spectacular riding. Almost above the tree line. higher still, Mullis Pass Summit, 10,910 feet.
Yesterday a morning came, a smile upon your face. Caesar's palace morning glory, silly human race. On a sailing ship to nowhere, leaving any place.
There's an interesting section of the road here. A 180-degree turn with a passing lane, because you can see the traffic coming up the road on the other side of the valley.
Yours is no disgrace.
In any list of the best motorcycling roads in the United States, the Million Dollar Highway consistently comes in at the top 5, and you'll certainly get no argument from me. This is one of the most spectacular roads I have ever ridden, and I hope to come back before another 20 years to ride it again.
Yesterday, a morning came, a smile upon your face. Caesar's palace, morning glory. Silly human, silly human, silly human race. On a sailing ship to nowhere, leaving any place. If the summer changed to winter, yours is no disgrace. Yours is no disgrace. Yours is no disgrace.